So guys, welcome to this video that relates to interesting coffee facts. So without further ado, let's get into it. So it's the Netherlands that actually consume the most coffee, 8.3 kilos per capita. That's on an annual basis, 8.3 kilos. It's an incredible amount. If you've ever held a 1 kilo coffee bag, it's pretty heavy. They go at it with 8.3 kilograms per capita that's consumed. It's also important to note that coffee beans, they're not actually beans. They're the pit of a coffee cherry. So coffee's a fruit and the beans, they're not beans at all. It's just a reference to the shape that they have, but they are actually the pit of a coffee cherry. Then you've got the Kopi Luwak, which is ultimately considered to be potentially one of the most expensive coffees in the world. It's just quite a popular and curious thing to know because it's digested by a civet, which is kind of similar to a raccoon or a ferret, and then once they excrete it, i.e., they pass a bowel movement, the coffee then comes from there. So then the first type of coffee itself was Qawa, Qahwah. So Qahwah. It's an Arabic expression and it's a type of coffee cherry wine. And the other thing that's also interesting to note is that the S in an espresso could actually be replaced with an X because the name means to express. So potentially either pronunciation or spelling could be correct, but espresso, if you ever hear it, espresso is the literal meaning to express. And the other thing that's quite interesting is the largest cup of coffee was 20 liters. A cup of coffee that's 20 liters. It's crazy, right? What's also quite interesting, we spoke about in the previous video, the brief history of coffee, about coffee being considered a drink of culture, of sophistication. Because of that, it's been it's been banned basically at certain times because it was thought to encourage thinking in general and would ultimately bring people together against more autocratic, more dictatorial leaders. So it was seen as being something that was part of or a revolutionary type of drink. Talking of drinks, coffee is the most popular drink in the world, and it's said to have been discovered in the 1500s, as we discussed, in Ethiopia by a goat herder. So that's the same fact as before. And it's also, this is quite a cool thing, it's considered a superfood. It's full of antioxidants, and it can help within reason broadly to prolong life. So it's considered a superfood full of antioxidants. And there you have it. They are some interesting coffee facts. Catch you in the next training where we'll be discussing coffee history, starting with the history of the latte.